Namaskara students, I am Diksha Kaushal, your chemistry master teacher, and welcome to We Karnataka KCET and boards. So students, today we are going to see a very important and very interesting topic, that is log and antilog. You know what? This thing is applied everywhere in your physical chemistry. You can take the chapter electrochemistry, equilibrium, ionic equilibrium, chemical kinetics. Everywhere you will see the use of log and antilog. Now, what is important, not only because if you see boards, in boards, okay, they will give you the marks of the steps, okay, this student knows the formula, okay, out of 3, I will give him around 1 marks, maybe 1.5 marks. But in competitive exams like KCET, Comet K, what happens? They want to know the answer, right? They don't want to know whether you know the formula or not. You should know the answer for that, right? Even if you know everything, the formula, the application of the formula, you have put the values correctly, but you don't know how to solve log and anti-log, then you will get stuck there. All the knowledge that you have is of no use, right? Because you are not able to give the answer, you are not able to correct the answer, right? That's why this specific dedicated lecture for log and anti-log for your competitive exams related to chemistry, especially KCET and Comet K. Okay, so I'm going to start it without wasting any time. Everybody in the chat box, tell me if I am audible and visible to all of you. If I am audible and visible, then we should start the session without wasting any time. Okay, now let us see this. Log and anti-log. So firstly, we need to know what is the use of this log. What is the need of this log? So why we need log in chemistry, though we know, but why this log table was generated? What was the need of this log table? Now, for example, I am asking you calculate the power of 2 raised to power 2. You will say, ma'am, very easy, it is 4. I'll say calculate 2 raised to power 3. You will say, ma'am, very easy, it is 2 into 2 into 2, that is 8. Okay, I'll say calculate 2 raised to power 4. You will say, ma'am, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, that is 2 raised to power 4, that is 8 into 2, 60. Right? Now, similarly, you can answer all the questions 2 raised to power 10, 2 raised to power 20. But for example, the values are increased and increased. And I am saying you calculate the value of 2 raised to power 256, 2 raised to power 1000, 2 raised to power 20,000. They'll be like, ma'am, now this is very tough. Ma'am, now I don't know how to calculate. And yes, I can use the calculator, but 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into like 20,000 times, it will become very difficult for you. You'll be like, I don't want to do this. I want to leave this question as it is. That is why there was this need of log table. That is the use of log table, so that we can solve these kind of questions very easily, very simply. Right? Okay. So now that was the use of log table. Let us write it here. To solve complicated powers, we need log, right? Now, how many types of log we have? Basically, we have so many types of log. If you talk about, you have log base E, that is called natural log. What is E? E is the exponential, right? This is called natural log. This is called ln, right? Natural log is represented as ln. Now, you can take it as log base 1, you can take log base 2, you can take log base 3, log base 4, log base 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, anything you can take. But in your syllabus, what we need to know is log base 10, right? You just need to know what is log base 10, right? And we will learn the values of log base 10 only, right? Base is 10. Here the base is 10. Now, ma'am, if you are saying that we need to know only these two values in our syllabus, right, for all the calculation, even for graduation, post-graduation, we know only these two values, right? It's the work of mathematics, right? Pure mathematics, if you study, then you need to know full-fledged logarithm. Otherwise, though, you will work with these two values only. Now, Next thing is, ma'am, for example, they have given me natural log. Now, how to convert it into log base 10? If they have given me log base 10, how to convert it into natural log? Because you know the values of only log base 10. Now, if natural log is given to you, the relation between natural log of, let us say x I am saying, let us say a I am saying, natural log of a is equals to, or anything is equals to 2.303 log base 10 of that thing. Very, very, very important relation. This is a very important relation, that natural log is equals to 2.303 log base 10. That is why when we are doing the integration in the derivations, right, when we are doing the integration, we will have natural log, right? But after that, we convert this natural log into log base 10, and that is the reason in so many formulas, whether it's electrochemistry, it's equilibrium, chemical kinetics, you will see 2.303 everywhere in the formulas. Why? Because we have converted natural log to log base 10. Right, so that was about the two kind of logs. Now we will see, ma'am, how to solve, how to calculate the log base 10. Now I'll talk about log base 10 only. If natural is given to you, you can convert it into log 10. Now we will focus on base 10 only, right? Now for that, you need to know some properties of log. So let us understand some properties of log. So these are most important properties of log that will be applied in your syllabus. In your syllabus, you will apply these kind of properties. I will also give you some examples how to apply these properties, right? Okay. Yes. Namaskara students, namaskara. Now, yes. Now, if you have multiplication, two things that are in multiplication, that is m into n. Now, when you, after the property, what will happen? When you distribute it, it will be log m plus log n. That is, log m into n is equals to log m plus log n. That is the first property. Second property is if they are in the division. So, then log m is minus of log n. That is the second property. Third property is if anything is in the power. So, you will take that power in the front, it will be n log m. And by these three properties, all the questions of your chemistry and even physics will be solved, right? You are sorted. Now, we should understand how to apply these properties, right? Okay? Yes. Now, let us understand how to apply these properties. Yes. Yes, Mandar, you are completely audible. Sorry, you are. I can see your chats. I am completely audible to you. I know that, right? So now, reason I am not replying to your chats is not because I am ignoring you. Reason I am not replying to your chats is because I want you to be 100% dedicated here, right? But yes, I would love to interact with you. Just tell me about if you are able to understand. If you are able to understand, just I want green hearts in the chat box. Or you can say that, yes, ma'am, I am able to understand everything that you are saying, right? Okay, if there is any doubt related to what I am teaching you, then please write it down in the chat box. I want my students not to feel that they are, in some online format. I want you to feel like you are in an offline class only, right? Okay, yes. Now, let's apply these properties. For example, I have a question where you are going to see, wait, okay, yes, wait, yes, I think now it's better, yes. Now, you need to tell me if you have log 5 into 10 raised to power minus 8. If you have log, firstly tell me how to solve this thing. If you have log 5 into 10 raised to power minus 8. Firstly, this is your m and this is your n. Because they are in the multiplications, it will be log of m, that is 5, plus log of n, that is 10 raised to power minus 8. Right? Further, you will have the division because this is 10 raised to power some power. So, it will be log of 5, log, and all these bases is 10 only. In all these cases, I am not writing individually, but in all these cases, I am taking base as 10 only. right? Throughout the lecture, I am going to focus on base 10 only, right? So this is log 5. This power will be in the front, that is minus 8 log of 10. So it will be log 5 minus 8 log of 10. Now, next task is to just know that what is the value of log 5, what is the value of log 10, right? But we should know that how to apply this. Yes? Okay? Yes. Now, okay, I'll tell you, Namrata, in the end I'll tell you, right? Now, next is log of, for example, they have given you in this format, that is log of 0.006. Now, how to solve this? What is 0.006? That means 3 zeros are in the denominator, right? That means you have log of 6 by 10 raised to power 3. That means you have log of 6 into 10 raised to power minus 3, right? Because in the question, you will get these kind of values only, right? When you will do the numericals, no? You will get these kind of values only. So it is, now what you will do, this is m plus n, this will become log of 6 plus, because this is multiplication. In multiplication, what is the property? The property is log m into n. Log m into n is equals to log m plus log n. So we'll just apply that property here. That will be log 6 plus log 10 raised to power minus 3. Now this power, we will again apply one more property, that is log m raised to power n is equals to m raised to power n is equals to n log m, right? So this will be in the front minus 3 log of 10, right? Minus 3 log of 10, or you can write it as minus 3 log of 10. Okay, minus 3 log of 10, right? Okay, yes. Very good, Manisha. Very good. Yes, series first complete second year syllabus, ma'am, will be helpful for the boards also. Don't worry, Puri. Don't worry. We will focus on that as well. We are going to focus on that. Don't worry about that. Okay. The plan is full-fledged ready. Right. Now, next is, now these are the kind of question that they will ask you. For this, we already know that for the answer, we need to know what is the value of log 5, ma'am. What is the value of log 10, ma'am. What is the value of log 6, ma'am. We need to know the value from 1 to 10, right? So for that, what are the values you need to remember? These are the values that you need to cram, right? These are the values that are must remember values, right? These should be on your tips. These values should be on your tips, right? Why? Because how to see this? Log 1. Log of anything, if that is 0, that means it is 1. So log of 1 is equals to 0. Second is log 2. You should at least know these 4 values. That is must to remember, right? Okay, that is must to remember. Log 2 is 0.301, right? Log 3 is 0.477. You can just remember it by 0.477. Log 5 is 6.697. Log 7 is 0.845. I know you will find it, ma'am. This is very tough, ma'am. This is, ma'am, tough, right? So how to remember this, right? How to remember this? Now, if you see throughout from 1 to 10, I have written the values for you. Now, let us see how to remember the values from 1 to 10. It's very simple, right? Okay, I'll give you a simple observation here that how to remember, right? So 1 is 0 and log base 10 of 10. Now, one more property of log you can write somewhere, that log of x is equals to always 1. If you talk about log base 2 of 2 is 1, log base 3 of 3 is 1, log base 4 of 4 is 1. So log base 10 of 10 is 1. If they ask you, ma'am, log base 210 is not 1. Only log, we are talking about base 10 here. That is why log base 10 of 10 is 1, right? Because of this property here. Okay, but as in our syllabus, we don't have any other log base. That's why we can simply remember that log base 10 of 10 is 1, right? Okay, now next thing is, these two values are already sorted. Now next one is log 2. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 6. 5 is skipped here, right? Understood? 2, 4. That is 0.401. Right? You can just remember 0.301, 0.47, something like that. Okay? So you can just, if you remember the first digits only, then also it's fine. Right? By doing the more and more practice you do, you will remember this. Right? Log 2 is 0.3, log 3 is 0.4, log 4 is 0.6. Then you have again 6. Log 5 is 0.6. Right? Then 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9. 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9. Firstly, it was for 2, 3, 3, 4. 2, 3, 3, 4. Then after that, it is constant by 0.6, 0.6. 0.6021, 0.697. Then here it is 0.7, 0.77. This is 0.84, 78, 89. 903, this is 0.95. And then this is 1. Right? So this way you can remember this, but otherwise you have to, you should have a, just write it down in some notebook, right, with a beautiful colors and paste it on a wall so that you can remember. If you remember this thing, taking log of anything, taking anti-log of anything will be like 2 seconds work for you, right? You just have to remember this chart. So everybody take a screenshot of this here, right? Take a screenshot of this particular very, very, very important values to remember for your exam. Full physical chemistry is dependent on this, right? If you solve the numericals, right? Okay, shall we proceed ahead? Right, these 5 values enough for KCET. Now I'll tell you, if Manisha is asking, ma'am, if I remember only these values, ma'am, see, if you want to save your time in KCET exam, in competitive exam, I would advise you should remember all these values, right? That is my advice to you. But if you're like, ma'am, I don't want to remember, I can only remember log 2, log 3, log 5, log 7. Then also, I'll say it's not like you can't do anything else, right? Now, if you want to solve the value of log 4, you want to solve the value of log 4. I know that log 4 is equals to log 2 raised to power 2, that is 2 into log 2, that is nothing but 2 into 0.301. That becomes 0.602, right? So log 4 becomes 0.602. You can skip this thing. Right? You can skip this. But these values, without these values, there is no chance that you will be able to solve log answers, right? If you want to solve the value of log, you must know at least these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. Not even 5. This is so very simple. You must know these 4 values at least. You should know. From these 4 values, you will be able to calculate all the other values of log. For example, ma'am, 4 we can calculate from here. Ma'am, what about 6? Ma'am, 6 also you have not mentioned here. Ma'am, how to calculate the value of log 6? Now, let us see how to calculate the value of log 6, right? How to calculate the value of log 6, right? So, we will solve it for log 6. What is log 6? 6 is nothing but it is 3 into 2, right? So, that will be log 3 plus log 2. What is log 3? Log 3 is 0.477 plus 0.301. That becomes 8, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 0.776. Wait a minute. That becomes, yes, 0.776. 0.77 is the answer here, no? And we have calculated as 0.778. So that becomes your answer, right? Okay, you can also solve it like this. You're like, ma'am, I want to also solve like this. I also want to solve log 8, right? Then what will be the value of log 8? Ma'am, I also want to solve log 8, ma'am. Then what to do, ma'am? I also want to solve log 8, ma'am. Now, again, very simple. How to solve log 8? Log 8. You can see that the cube of 2 is 8, right? So, apply the value, apply the property. The power will come in front. This is 3 into log 2. What is the value of log 2? That is 0.301. So, this will become 3 and this is 9, 339. So, it is 0.903, that is the value of log 8. Is it? 0.903, that is the value of log 8. Is it? 0.903 is the value of log 8, right? Okay. So, the values that were not there, I told you remember this value, remember this value, remember this value, this you can calculate as well. Remember this value, this you can calculate as well. Remember this value, this you can calculate as well. Now, what about log 9? Log 7 you have to remember. Log 7 you have to remember. This is what I told you here. Log 7 you have to remember. You have to remember these values. 2, 3, 5, 7. These are the 4 values that you have to remember, right? Other values we can calculate by using the properties. Okay? Is that clear? Is that clear to everybody here? Yes. Vedantu J. English ma'am, mock test on alcohol phenols on Monday. Listen to your class on Vedantu. Holika, I am taking alcohol phenols and ethers tomorrow, Sunday, 5 p.m. on JE channel, right? So that will be JE level only. So you can see that instead of NEET, right? Okay. Now, these are the values that you need to remember. We should buy her right, ma'am, but the odd values, I am telling you, just remember these 1, 2, 3, 4 values. I am not asking you to remember any other value, right? Don't remember any other value, right? Don't remember any other value, right? Other values, so we can easily calculate, right? We can easily calculate. Now, how to calculate log 9? Log 9 is also very simple to calculate. How to calculate log 9? Anybody in the chat box? How to calculate the value of log 9? If they ask you about log 9, how to calculate the value of log 9? That is nothing but it is, if you talk about 3 square, that is log 9. So, it will be 2 log 3 and that will become 2 into 0.477. And what is 2 into 0.477 into 2? 2, 14, 14, 15, 4 to 8, 9, 0.954. That will become the value of log 9. Yes. Now tell me, we have calculated, yes, log 3 plus log 3 is also right. Very good, Mandar. You can also take it as, you can also calculate it as log 3 plus log 3. Why? Because 9 is, wait a minute, 9 is 3 plus 3 plus 3. Okay, then you cannot calculate log 3 plus 3. Log 3 into 3. Into 3? Into 3 can also not be the answer. No. Into 3 can also not be the answer. Either you can have log 3 plus 3 plus 3. Right? So, log 3, 3 times. Then you, log 3, 339. This will be added, no? Yeah. So, this is the only good thing for you. Right? Okay? Okay? Understood? Okay. Now, next is, now, some of you might ask that, ma'am, how to calculate log 11, right? Ma'am, how to calculate log 11? If ma'am, they ask you, they ask us the value, so they will not ask you log 11 or something. But still, if they ask you log, let's say, log 11. If they ask you log 13. But in your numericals, you will not see these kind of values. But still, I am telling you just in case, right? Because we don't want to take any risk. So, what you can do, you can say log 11 is equals to 1 value less, that is log 10. 1 value more, that is log 12. And the average of that. Right? Okay. What is log 12, ma'am? What is log 12? 12 is very simple. 12 is 3 into 4. 4, 3, 12. Right? So, it will become log 10 plus log 3 plus log 4 divided by 2. Right? Similarly, if they ask you, yes students, so similarly, if they ask you, if they are asking that calculate the value for log 30, then how you will calculate? Take the average of minus 1 and plus 1. Minus 1 means 12, so that is log 12. Plus 1 means 14. Both are even numbers, you can easily calculate for even. So one of the students were asking, ma'am, how to calculate for odd numbers, ma'am. That's why I was telling you, you don't need to cram everything here. You just need to, now I am summarizing this here. I am summarizing the log part here. You just need to remember these values, right? Okay, these 5 values you just need to remember. From that you can calculate anything. You can calculate the value of log 4. You can calculate the value of log 6, log 8. Ma'am, these were, ma'am, we can easily calculate because they were multiple of something. Ma'am, what about the prime numbers? Ma'am, what about the numbers like 11, 13, 17? Ma'am, how to calculate that? So for the prime numbers that are not multiplied by anything, what you will do, you will take the average of -1 and +1 and you will get your answer. Right? Is that clear to everybody? Is that clear to everybody? Is that clear to everybody? Okay. Mandar, what is 3 into 3? What is 3 into 3? 3 into 3 is 9, right? So log plus, अच्छा वही तो I am saying, no? वही तो I calculated the same thing here. I calculated the same thing here. We were at log 9, right? So you can take it as 3 square or you can take it as log 3 multiplied by 3, right? So what it will be? It will be log 3 plus log 3. That is nothing but 2 log 3, no? If I say you have 2 into, if I say you have 1 plus 1 chocolate, or if I say you have 2 chocolates, that is the same thing, right? Okay, understood? Chal. Now, any problem in calculating log, any problem in log, if I ask you any value here, let us see any value, let us see one value of log. For example, in the question, they have log of 3 into 10 raised to power minus 2, right? This is the question, right? So now the answer will be log of 3 plus minus 2. This will be log of 10 raised to power minus 2, right? So here answer will be log of 3 plus this minus will come in the front. So it will be minus 2 log of 10. We know that log of 3 is what? What is the answer for log of 3? What is the value of log of 3? Log of 3 is nothing but 0.477 minus 2 into log of base 10 is 1. Base 10 of 10 is 1. So it will be 0.477 minus 2. That will become your answer. Okay? That will become your answer. Understood? Yes? Is it difficult? Simple, right? When you will do the practice, you can mentally calculate this log 3 minus 2. Right? You can mentally see that this is basically log 3 minus 2. Okay? Okay, understood? Yes, I can even give you one simple trick on that. If you want to have a trick on this, ma'am, can you give us a simple trick on this? For example, to us this is given log of a into 10 raised to power b. So answer will be log of a plus b. Answer will be log of a plus b. Okay, I should write it in the center. So it will be log of a into 10 raised to power b. Answer will be log of a plus b. That is going to be your answer. Okay, that is going to be your answer. This is a simple trick, right? For example, they have given log of 2 into 10 raised to power 5. So answer will be log 2 plus 5. Right? For example, they have given you log of 2 into 10 raised to power minus 7. Answer will be log of 2 minus 7. If it is in minus, you will have minus here. If it is in positive, you will have positive here. Okay? Understood? Is that clear? How to apply this trick? I could have just told you this trick directly, but why I have not told you? Because even if you are not able to recall the trick in the exam hall, You can easily calculate. You know that you also know the long method. You also know the shortcut method here. You know that directly how to apply things, right? Okay. Yes, everybody. Should we proceed towards antilog? How to calculate the value of antilogs? Everybody in the chat box. Should we start calculating the value, antilog value, right? Now you can easily solve log in seconds, right? In seconds you will be able to do that. For example, they are giving you 3 into 10 raised to power minus 4. So answer is log 3 is 0.477 minus 4. You solve this, you will get your answer, right? Okay, now you just need to be good in subtraction. That's it, right? Okay, so now next thing is how to calculate antilog. Antilog, firstly we will talk in detail, then I will give you a simple trick for that, right? But trick you will be only able to understand if you know the detailed version of that. Otherwise, trick is not of no use to you, right? Now let us see antilog. So basically antilog is of two types. There is positive antilog, right? There is positive antilog and there is negative antilog. There is positive antilog and then there is negative antilog. Then there is negative antilog. If you talk about positive antilog and negative antilog, we will study this differently, right? Firstly, we will study about what is positive antilog, how to calculate that. Then we will study about negative. And say, ma'am, what is the use of antilog, ma'am? What is the use? We have seen this in so many formulas. For example, they have given us log of Kc, right? In some question, they will ask you the value that is there inside the log. So you have to take antilog of that to calculate the value of Kc. Kc is equilibrium constant, right? That's why antilog is also important in your physical chemistry calculations, right? Okay, yes. So now a very, very simple way I'll tell you how to calculate the positive antilog. How to calculate positive antilog. Positive antilog simply means that inside the log you have positive value. That means if you are talking about this and this is a positive value and this is some value over here, let it be A, right? Then this value, then this thing is called positive antilog, because for example, they have given us log of A is equals to X, or you have log of X is equals to A. Now I know how will I calculate the value of X. X is equals to log inverse of A. What is log inverse? That is antilog only. So that means X of X is equals to antilog of A. That means if this A value is positive, then it will be called as positive antilog. If this A value is antilog, that means inside this value is positive, then it is positive antilog. That means this value, if this is positive, only then we will say this is a positive antilog, and there are different methods for positive and negative antilog, right? So firstly, let us talk about positive antilog. Very simply, I am giving you just one digit here, right? For example, any numeric value is given to you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever is given to you, the answer will be 10 raised to power of that. The answer will be 10 raised to power that value. Here the answer is 10 raised to power that value. Here the answer is 10 raised to power that value. This is only applicable for positive antilog, not for negative antilog. For negative antilog, different method we will use, right? So it means 10 raised to power 5, 10 raised to power 7, 10 raised to power 2. Now everybody in the chat box, tell me if you have a question where they have asked you what is the value of antilog of 6. What is the answer for that? What is the answer for antilog of 6? That is 10 raised to power that value, that is 6, right? This is how you can calculate any value, any antilog. But the twist is, in the question, they don't give you these simple values, 5, 7, 8, 6. No, they will give you these kind of values, right? In your answer, right? When you are solving the numerical, you will get these kind of values, points. You will have the decimals there. Then you will get confused and be like, now ma'am, what to do? what to do, I'll give you a very simple way of doing this, right? For example, here I'm taking a white pen here. Before decimal, or you can do one more thing here. First, I'll tell you how to completely solve it, then I'll give you the trick. Basically, here it is. I'm just telling those curious minds who want to know everything that, ma'am, please solve this. Then I'll tell you after that how to do that in exam. I'll tell you in the next page, right? To those curious minds who want to know, ma'am, in detail, tell me. For them, I'm writing this here, right? So this is antilog of 6 plus 0.301. Can I say 6.301 is 6 plus 0.301? And antilog is completely opposite of log. In log, we used to say m into n is log m plus n plus log n. But in this antilog, we say m plus n is log of m multiplied by, antilog of n, antilog of m multiplied by antilog of n. This is opposite of each other, right? So that is why in this what we will do, when we open this, they will be multiplied to each other. So that basically that will be antilog of 6 multiplied by antilog of 0.301. And I am thinking to write this property somewhere, right? So I am writing this property here. The property is, we know that log of m multiplied by n, so that if you see the notes after the lecture, you will be able to understand. This is the property of log. But if you talk about antilog says that m plus n, if it is in the bracket, then after the bracket it will be multiplied. Log inverse is nothing but antilog only, right? Okay. So they are opposite. Log and antilog are opposite to each other. That is why the properties are also in the opposite manner. Right? Now, here we have, this is log 6 into this. Now, what is antilog of 6? Antilog of 6, I already told you. When you have a simple digit, just take 10 raised to power that value multiplied by antilog of 0.301. You have to see that what is the log value of this? This is a log of which thing? This is a log of 2. This is a log of 2. So it is antilog. Antilog, you can also write it as log inverse. Log inverse, this is log 2. What is the value of 0.301? That is log 2. They will cancel out each other. And here the answer will be 10 raised to power 6 into 2. That means 2 into 10 raised to power 6 is your correct answer. Right? 2 into 10 raised to power 6 is your correct answer. Right? I'll upload the notes on our Telegram channel. Right? On our Telegram channel, I upload the notes there. Right? Okay? Yes. Now, let us see the next question here. If they ask you 0.544. Now, this I'll tell you with a trick. One, I told you the direct method of doing this. That is the long method of doing this. Now, I'll tell you a simple trick of solving this. Now, the one which is before decimal. The one which is before decimal. Before decimal, what you do? Before decimal, it is 10 raised to power that value. It is 10 raised to power. It is 10 raised to power. 10 raised to power that value. Okay. After decimal, you will see which log it is, which log value it is. So, for example, if you talk about antilog of 5.477, you can easily calculate it as, or I would firstly write the direct value here. I'm writing the direct formula here. I'm making a box here and writing the formula. If you have antilog of yeah, I think that is the best way. But yeah, still if they tell you anything, x point, let's not write it like this. I think that is the best way. So let's just skip this thing, because direct formula you will get confused only. This is the best way, that before decimal 10 raised to power that value, and after decimal which log it is, right? Now for example, they are asking you log of 5.44. The answer will be 10 raised to power before decimal multiplied by after decimal you have 0.477, and that is a value of log 3. So you will write 3 here, right? So answer will be simply 3 here. If they ask you antilog of, let's say antilog of 7 point, let's say take an example of yes, wait a minute, yes. Now what will be the answer? Now what will be the answer? Anybody in the chat box? Anybody in the chat box? Now what will be the answer? Before the value, before the decimal it is 7. After the decimal it is 0.5. So answer will be 0.5 is what? That is for log 9. So answer is 9. So answer is 9 into 10 raised to power 7 becomes your correct answer, right? Okay. Now next is, let's talk about the negative antilog. From the next page, let's talk about the negative antilog. If you talk about negative antilog, that is the last topic of today. For negative antilog, that means the value that is inside the antilog is a negative value, and we have to calculate that. For that, if I talk about, you are given with simple digits, like you are given with -5, -7, -3, -2, -8, anything. So you'll write 10, 10 everywhere, 10, 10. Minus will also be as it is. But you will increase the modulus of this antilog by 1. If it is 5, you will write 6. If it is 7, you will write 8. If it is 3, you will write 4. Right? For example, they give us antilog of -8. Then you will write it as 10 raised to power -9. If they give you antilog of -13, then you will write it as 10 raised to power -14. So what you will do? 10 will stay as it is, minus will stay as it is, but the value will increase by 1, right? Okay, value will increase by 1. This one you are saying. Okay, so before the decimal you have 7. What is the value? What is the, as I told you the trick here, that before decimal it is 10 raised to power that value. 10 raised to power that value. So it is 10 raised to power 7. That value is 7. And after the decimal you have 0.95. 0.95 is the log of 9. Right? Log and antilog will cancel each other. That's why directly I have written 9 here. Right? That's why directly I have written 9 here. Right? Now, let us see how to take antilog of this value, which is a difficult part of today. Right? But we will do this very, very easily. So, let's try to do this. Listen to me very carefully. Here, if you have minus, that means negative log they are asking you. Now, before the decimal, again the trick I am writing, before decimal, you will take it as, before decimal, you will take it as 10 raised to power minus, add 1 to value, add 1 to that value. That means the same that we have done here. 10 raised to power minus, add 1 to that value means 6. 10 raised to power minus 1 to that value means 8. 10 raised to power minus 1 to that value means 4. Right? Now, after the decimal, what you need to see? After decimal, 1000 minus this value, which log it is? Which log is it? Ma'am, what do you mean by this thing? I'll tell you what I mean by this thing, right? So I'll give you two examples here. First is minus 3. Minus 3 means it is before the decimal, so it will be 10 raised to power minus of 4. Because I will add one value to this minus 3, right? So it will be 10 raised to power minus 4. Understood how I am saying that? Before the decimal, what value you have, you will add 1 to it. We have added 1 to everything here now. So the same thing we are doing here. So it is 10 raised to power minus 4, right? Multiplied by, this is 523. Take it as not 0.523, take it as 523. Subtract it from 1000. So it will be 1000. It will be 1000. 523, and this will become 10, and this will become 7. 9 2, this will become 7. 9 5, this will become 4. So that means the value is 477. So you put a dot here, right? In the end, you will put a dot, that is 0.477, right? Okay. So 0.477. Now what is a log of? Which log is 0.477? Log of 3 is 0.477. Log of 3 is 0.477. So here you will write the answer as 3. You will write the answer as 3. 3 into 10 raised to power minus 4. Is that clear to everybody? Is that clear to everybody here? Is that clear? Is that clear? Okay. Now, last question of today. Before the decimal, if you have negative, then you will 10 raised to power minus of plus 1, that value, that is minus 8. Multiplied by, you will firstly subtract this 699 from 1000. So it will become 10 minus 9 is 1. 9 minus 9 is 0. This is 8. This is 9 minus 6 is 3. Put a dot here. We know that 0.301 is the value of log 2. So here the answer will be 2. 2 into 10 raised to power minus 8 is the correct value. Understood? So this is going to be your best lecture here for log and antilog. Why I am saying that? Because after a lot of practice, like we have come up with these things, right, that I am directly telling you so that you are able to answer in seconds that what is your correct answer. So I've answered it in seconds. What is my correct answer? Though I was explaining you, even then there was not much to explain. That is why when you practice more, try to solve the numericals. When we will start physical chemistry, we will solve the numericals. When we will solve the numericals, I want all of you to practice and solve till the end and apply these properties of log and antilog and calculate the end result, because in KCET Comet K competitive exams you should know what is the correct answer, not just the formula, because they will not give you, either they will give you marks or they will not give you marks. In boards it is still okay, right? They will cut some 0.5 or maybe 1 mark for not calculating the log antilog. But in your competitive exams, you have to calculate the full answer there, right? Okay, because it is a multiple choice question, right? It is MCQ based question, so you have to tick mark the correct answer, right? So guys, that's all for today. Thank you so much for coming here. And also one more thing, I want all of you to spread this knowledge, because we are going to start your KCET series, and I want all the students to share this with your juniors who are in PU1 now, or maybe in PU2 also, right? And those students, your friends also, share this on your WhatsApp group, your Telegram, so that we can spread the knowledge, right? Okay, and that's it for today, and now I'll take your leave. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself and keep loving, keep spreading the love, and keep smiling in this festival season. But don't stop studying, right? Because your hard work is going to pay off someday, right? And that day everyone will be so proud of you. Even when you will see yourself in the mirror, you will be so full of that happiness, but yes, with humbleness also. But yes, only hard work and plus smart work. Smart work we will tell you how to do, right? Okay. And now if you have any other problem related to KCET or related to Cormet K, anything related to chemistry as well, you can write down in the comment section. Okay, students? Till then, yes, Puri, I will continue. Don't worry about that. I will continue. Right? Okay? Yes. Okay then, bye-bye. And don't forget to like the session, share this on your WhatsApp group, on your Telegram or on your Instagram as well. Share this on your WhatsApp groups as well, so that we can spread the things that we are teaching you. Right? Be caring towards your juniors, towards your classmates as well. Okay, bye-bye.